Well, hello everybody and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be cooking chicken wings on the big green egg, and I'm going to show you my favorite method. Tested all kinds of different ways. I'm going to kind of show you my favorite method for cooking chicken wings. They're so good, and one of my favorite things to cook on the egg because it's so easy. You can do it in a short amount of time. You can run to the store, get the ingredients, and be serving chicken wings and having chicken wings with your family and your friends for the football game just in a little bit of time. And so a lot of the things on the egg, they take a long time. You got to prepare, you got to cook, but chicken wings are fantastic. The other thing I love is so versatile. You can do them with just a rub. You can do them with the sauce. You can do them mild. You can do them hot. And really the method that I'm going to show you adds so much flavor to the wings. So a couple things you're going to need to get started. We're going to put a rub on these wings, and I'm going to show you how we prepare them inside the kitchen. Then we'll go outside to the egg, show you how we set up the egg for cooking the chicken wings, and then we'll put them all together and then eat some. So a couple of things I like to do on the wings. I always put a little bit of salt and pepper rub, just almost 90% of the time, no matter what rub I put on. I always start with a little bit of salt and pepper just to kind of give it that salt flavor. Now on these chicken wings, my favorite rub is from Meat Church, and I like Meat Church Honey Hog Barbecue. It's got some sweetness to it. It's got a great flavor. I use this rub on a lot of things. As you can see, it's almost empty. And there's Honey Hog Hot for those of you that prefer a little more heat, a little more kick on your chicken wings. It's got a little cayenne pepper in it. What I actually am going to do is I'm going to mix a little bit of these together using mostly the Honey Hog. Add a little bit of Honey Hog Hot just for some extra flavor. And really that's what you need, and you need chicken wings. And so you can run by your grocery store. You can get a few, you can get a lot, and you can cook them up great on the big green egg. So let's jump over here. I'm going to show you how we prepare the wings inside and how we put the seasoning on them, and then we'll go outside and we'll set up the egg. All right, the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to prepare our chicken wings. So I've got some chicken wings here. I just got them from the grocery store. They're just regular wings. And so we're going to start by getting rid of the parts of the wings we don't want. So we got a good sharp knife, and we're just going to prepare the wings for cooking and chopping off all these parts of the wings that we don't want. And what you do is you get a little system going here, and it becomes a whole lot easier. Sometimes you get a little bone there you got to cut through, and so it becomes a little tougher. So that's why you want to have a really sharp knife as well. So we're just going to cut all of these wings, and we're going to prepare them, and we're going to lay them out, and then we're going to get them all seasoned up. All right, through the magic of editing, we've got our chicken wings all cut up, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to season them, and then we're going to take them outside and put them on the big green egg. So I'm always going to start with just a little bit of salt and pepper rub. This, you can use salt and pepper, but I love Socks Love Rub. It's just a little bit of salt and pepper, and I've found that almost everything I cook tastes a little bit better with just a little bit of salt and pepper on there. So I'm going to start with that. But the main rub that we're going to use for these wings, sometimes it gets a little clumpy, so you have to shake it up, is this Honey Hog from Meat Church. So we're going to take the Honey Hog, and we're just going to put this on here very generously on this side. And we're going to cover those up there with this rub. Now, I like a little bit of heat. I don't like my wings hot, but I like just a tiny bit of flavor. So I'm actually going to use Honey Hog Hot here and put a little bit of that on there. And so I'm just going to, just a little bit. So that's going to cover them up. Then, now I'm going to flip them over and get a little bit of the rub on the other side. And we're going to get these things ready to go and smoke them and then grill them. So we're going to actually do a two-stepper on the green egg. So I'm going to go again back to the Honey Hog. Meatchurch.com, I believe, is what you want to go. And then I'm going to use a little more of the hot, and then that's going to take care of that. And then I always, again, just a little bit of salt and pepper, because a lot of the rubs that you use, a lot of them aren't heavy on the salt. So these are going to give a little flavor. So I've got the wings seasoned up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them sit for about 30 minutes. And during this time, during these 30 minutes, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to get the egg ready to cook our wings. All right, so we're outside here at the big green egg setup, and I've got the fire already going, and so I'm using lump charcoal. Always want to use lump charcoal in your egg, and I've got it in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some applewood chips, and so I've got some applewood chips that have soaked a little bit in some water, and I'm going to put them down in there just to get a nice little smoke, not too much, but just a few applewood chips. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the plate setter, because our method of cooking these these chicken wings, ribs are good too, is we're going to do them indirect for a little bit, and then we're going to finish them direct. And so indirect, we're going to cook them right here on the grate. We've got our plate setter in, and the plate setter is going to divert the heat. It's going to turn this into really essentially a smoker, and we're going to cook the wings at about 275 degrees for about 45 minutes. And so we're going to cook them indirect. And so I just put the wood chips on, so we're going to get some smoke. We're going to get a lot of smoke, and then over the 30 minutes, the smoke's going to kind of fade away. But our wings are going to go right here on the grill, and we're going to smoke them indirectly. Got the rub on there. It looks good. So I'm getting all the wings on here. These things look good. That honey hog rub is going to give such a great color to these wings. I mean, they look great. All right, so we've got our wings. They've been cooking for about 40 to 45 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them off now. They've been cooking indirect, and so I'm going to take them off. They're almost done, but we've got one more step that we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them off of the grill, and the ones that are on the edge sometimes get a little char on them, but that's okay. The ones in the middle don't. So we're going to take them all off, and we're going to take the plate setter out, and we're going to take the grill out, and we're going to finish them off direct. All right, so we got them off. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the, I love this thing, man. This thing, you can put your hand in the fire. So we're going to take this out. Set it right down here. We're going to take our plate setter out. And we're going to put that down here. And then we're going to put this back in. I'm going to close it so it goes down, and in about a couple minutes I'm going to put the wings back on the... Alright, so our wings have been back on the direct grill right over the flame for about 4 minutes, just 4 minutes. So we're going to lift them up. Man, those things smell good. So they're got a nice little char on them, and so what we're going to do is I'm going to put them in 2 different buckets. So for those that just want to have them just with the rub on there, I mean, they're ready to eat. I mean, they're ready to go. But we're going to put some sauce back on a few of them. So those are ready to go. So now I got 2 buckets of wings. I got the dry ones that are just going to have the dry rub, and I've got the ones that are going to have the sauce. And for those that are going to have the sauce, I just use a store-bought sauce, believe it or not. So this is Beef O'Brady's. We're just going to drizzle that right on the top of there, just a little bit. We're going to shake those up. Those wings are done. We're going to take them inside, and we're going to eat them.
This is delicious.
This is good.
Huh, let me try this one.
You have got to eat this.
Let me try this one.
This is good.
Remember,
I feel like I can eat like 10 of these.
get this recipe from my dad. Really good.
It's so good.